way till I retire. They pray and pray for my downfall. Hey, they pray. They pray and pray for my downfall. All I do is ball, nigga, ball. They pray and pray for my downfall. They pray and pray for my downfall. Suckers, busters, tricks, traps, pray for my downfall, but I stay amped. Live wire, nigga on fire. Leave this way till I retire. You against me, no competition. Shit gets heated, so to start pitching. Stay in lane, I'm on that flame. Check DNA, I come from pain. Ghetto blues, shit tattoos. Understand life, 9 civil rules. War zone, your spirit gets blown out your brain before you even get known. Kiss the death, end of your rep. Head to correct, hurry and step. Bow down, this game is clown. When I hit scene, smiles turn frown. My downfall, hallelujah. Praise my downfall, hallelujah. For my downfall, hallelujah. Praise my downfall, hallelujah. Praise my downfall, hallelujah. You my downfall, hate the hate gets no shade. Turn a fire, verbal play. Dumb bitches all on my shit list. No money up, don't ask me for shit. Fuck begging, I'm raving. Having it my way, you slaving. Timeless, that's the spineless. You spineless, exploiting people's kindness. Cut the grass, watch snakes. Live real, expose fakes. 1% know exactly what I'm walking. 99% of y'all be talking. Too real for your fake ass. You the type of trick that change like cash. We facing crisis in our nation. Such a thing like first sanitation. Pray, my downfall. Pray, my downfall. For my downfall, pray for my downfall, pray for my downfall. You for my downfall. Elimination, my occupation. Change your profile, no hesitation. Stop, get your finger off sin. You about to start a battle you can't win. The computer gangster, tech street mafia. Fiery shoes, I'm out to end ya. Thrilling is gone, jeans be clone. OG, streets is home. Came up, young and hustling. But eyes gotta get something. 1 + 1 = 2. Real means mine is you. Victorious, science, glorious. Look closely, you can see holiness. Hallelujah, praise his name. That's the mercy from which he came. My downfall, praise my downfall. My downfall, praise my downfall. Praise my downfall. You praise my downfall. Praise my downfall. All I do, nigga, is ball, nigga, ball. Suckers. You pray for my downfall. What? All I do is ball, nigga, ball. Yeah. Pray and pray. Pray and pray. For my downfall, for my downfall, for my downfall. Keep on praying, you sucker. For my downfall, pray and pray for my downfall. Keep praying. All I do is ball. Yeah. While you pray, what am I doing?
Peace, 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 peace to the family. Wow. Well, yeah, I was just going over the internet, my news feed, and I seen some very disturbing news concerning our young brother, young Dolph, and I wanted to share it with the family. This is hip, real hop. Hip, real hop. The Megalodon 415 bringing you this news broadcasting live from the Sucker Free. Man, first of all, I would like to send my prayers out to the brother and hope that he heals. Young Dolph is in critical condition, according to the news, and all we can do right now is pray that he survives. According to the news, he was shot several times outside of a Hollywood hotel. And of course, this is coming on the heels of the previous shooting where his truck was riddled with over 100 bullets, like 6 months ago or so, 8 months maybe. He made the song and the video depicting him emerging from a smoke-filled black SUV, surviving 100 shots. An attempt, an assassination attempt. Now, 6, 8 months later, the brother's in another situation. This time, he was hit, according to the news feed. Young Dolph is one of my favorite personalities in hip hop because I followed him for the last couple of years. Um, he used to roll with Juicy J, if I'm not mistaken, and those brothers, for business purposes, they separated their ways. Young Dolph did his own thing, and he grew, became a success on his way to becoming a mainstream success. What's unfortunate here is us as a people chopping down and attempting to chop down our own kind are successful individuals who are leaving a past life of criminality and entering into a life of business. It seems as though, like Carlito said, just when I try to get out, they pull me back in. The Godfather, I believe, said it also, in another movie, I think that was part 3. But basically, the concept is you're leaving a previous life of criminality, and it appears as though people want to pull you back in. That's crazy,
Critical
y'all.
condition and was last undergoing surgery. As for what may have led to this shooting, and police tell us that young Dolph remains in critical condition and was last undergoing surgery. As for what may have led to this shooting, police tell us that young Dolph remains in critical condition and was last undergoing surgery. As for what may have led to this shooting, police tell us that they believe it was some sort of rivalry between the victim and another rap artist. Now, take a look what's happening behind me. This is just outside the Hollywood and Highland Center. Streets are still blocked off here for a couple of blocks around the center, and they expect to keep this area shut down for at least another 45 minutes. That's what's happening live in Hollywood. I'm Stephanie Stanton. We'll send it back to you guys.
And they always want to take it back to a rap beef. It's possible, but it can also be greedy executives setting the brother up because they know that we're worth more dead than alive. Tupac sold millions and continues to sell millions after he passed. He sold millions while he was alive, but it's nothing like, as Biggie said, you're nobody until somebody kills you. Right? When Michael Jackson passed, he was out of debt immediately because everyone went and bought all of his albums to remember the king of pop. So we flooded the market, showing our support and our love for the king of pop because he was no longer physically amongst us. When Prince passed, we bought all of his music, sending his estate into the stratosphere. Got his family fighting over his money. There's so much money around. Because we're worth more dead than alive to a lot of these demons. So our people must be mindful of the wicked hands that manipulate the situation and control the dynamics from up high. And then they have us take the downfall. So immediately the police are are putting it on a rap rivalry. And those of us who have been following the career of young Dolph, we have an idea of who the police are talking about. but it could very much be wicked executives exacerbating the tension, trying to eliminate the physical reality of a young Dolph so that they can eat the millions upon millions and multi-millions of dollars from his catalog if the brother was to become deceased. You have to wake up, people, and realize that hip hop is real. Hip, real hop is right here. And this is something that you can feel. Young Dolph. Yes, he has his bravo. He has his apparent arrogance, his never back down, never afraid of no nigga type of attitude. But don't we all got that attitude? Aren't we all taught, nigga, never back down, don't, coward out? So young Dolph is just a reflection of you. And though you may have thought, just like myself, when he survived the 100 rounds and his vehicle, his truck was riddled with over 100 bullets, you would have thought, even as I did, that he would have slowed down to a degree. And I'm sure he slowed down to a degree because I haven't heard of his name in the media. The only thing I heard was after the shooting 6 to 8 months ago, where his vehicle was riddled with 100 bullets. I remember him making a video and music about it. Some of us thought he was capitalizing off of the situation, as we all would do. Why not? It doesn't deserve young Dolph to be targeted on this manner. Young Dolph and the death wish? The brother want to live, y'all. The brother is attempting to take his career to the levels of his talents and to the level of his great ones that he admired. So he's in a fight, making great music and constantly on the grind, on the road. I remember young Dolph coming out here to San Francisco Bay Area. And I was standing out there at the mall. Actually, I was at Macy's over there by Union Square. And I was actually pushing my CD, to be honest with you. And I saw young Dolph come out of the Macy's, shining, doing his thing. He had his family with him, his folks, some brothers. And he had to turn back around very quickly because he had left his phone upstairs. Because I guess he was in a restaurant. They have a cheesecake restaurant there. Maybe he was at that restaurant. I'm not exactly sure. I just remember him coming out of the doors of Macy's. And right when I was about to holler at him, he had to turn back in so quickly because he was looking for his phone. Now, I'm a fan of young Dolph. So I wanted to talk with him, give him some love, but I wasn't able to because as soon as he came out, he had to immediately go back in. We did make some type of contact. He saw me out there. I was the only nigga out there. I was the only black man in the sea of white folks. So he saw his brother out there, but apparently he had to run back inside because you got to keep in mind, if you lose your phone, shit, everything stops. You trying to find that motherfucker because your phone is your life, your information. It's your connectivity to the world. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to greet one of my heroes. Young Dolph is one of my heroes. A brother who came from nothing and made something of himself. A petty drug dealer or a big time dope pusher turned rapper, turned entertainer, turned success, turned entrepreneur. Young Dolph is one of my heroes because he represents beating the odds. When you come from nothing and you finally get yourself something, yeah, you want to splurge a little bit. So you might find yourself in the high-end stores, the Gucci's and the this and the that and the that and the this, and you might find yourself, you know, driving foreign whips and, you know, blinged out with your diamonds and your rubies and your gold and your platinum. You may find yourself engaging in these activities of success because you never had nothing. So when you finally get something, you want to enjoy it. You want to splurge a little bit. But sometimes people can take the splurging and the reveling in your success as a blow to their ego. So when you're driving down the street in your Porsche, your foreign whip, instead of getting the congratulatory smiles and thumbs ups and that's my nigga, he did it. You get cold stares because your people never had nothing in this new land of America. We had something, but it was stripped from us. We fell into a plan, a wicked plan, where we lost our rulership. So we find ourselves scrambling, attempting to get something. So Brother Young Dolph made himself into a success. And instead of receiving the love, he receives love, I'm sure, a lot of love. However, it's unfortunate that the brother seems to have had this death wish hovering over him as though wicked ones are praying and praying for his downfall. So we pray to the Most High that Young Dolph successfully recovers and is able to get back to his family, get back to his career, get back to his life. Because at the end of the day, and at the beginning of the day, that's all we really got is our life. You can't take none of this wealth with you, this money, these diamonds, these rubies, these shiny cars, these beautiful women. You can't take none of it with you. So, life is our greatest asset. The breath of air is your greatest resource. And haters and wicked ones seek to take your last breath from you. So you must put on the full armor of God, not just a bulletproof vest, a bulletproof vehicle. You must put on the full armor of God. You must change from your wicked ways, and you must seek the face of the Lord to make it, to be able to make it through these wicked times where you have warfare, spiritual warfare in high places. And we got to do it for the babies. Because I'm sure, I'm not exactly sure, but I know the brother probably got children. I never really saw him in a video with his sons or daughters. I don't really know. I would imagine he got a son or a daughter. And it would be a shame if he didn't have one and was to leave this earth without procreating himself, uh, being born again. So I'm asking y'all, put your prayers up for the brother. Put him up to the Most High. And no, we're not going to just say this was a rap beef. We're not going to be that quick as the police quickly stated, oh, this was a rap beef. How the fuck they know? They always want to get us fighting amongst each other. The Willie Lynch syndrome. Have you fighting amongst yourself, throwing rocks and have you fighting amongst yourself. So now you want to go out and go against the individual who you think he have a beef with. But it may not even be that individual. It could possibly be executives, wicked executives who want to eat off of the catalog of a young Dolph because we're worth more dead than alive. We're praying for our brother young Dolph. And brother young Dolph, when you make it out by the grace of the Most High, walk the earth in more humility. Because it ain't nothing fly about being shot up and damn near killed. Because you got people who love you, man. You got your family members, your loved ones, possibly children. So, yeah, you look good in your shiny cars and your jewelry and your nice, fine clothes. But you, young Dolph, you are the precious being that is beloved. Not your jewelry, not your cars. We have love for you. And you must protect yourself against the wicked demons, not just in your own community of your own people, but you got to watch out for those wicked ones in high places that want to eat off of your catalog, brother, because you're worth more to them dead than alive. Because dead, they can just take your music, sell it how they want to sell it, do what the fuck they want to do. But as you're alive, you dictate how you want it done. So don't be out here creating all this confusion to where we as fans and as your people are not able to see clearly where these bullets are coming from. Because as the police said, oh, it's a rap battle. See, they already trying to indoctrinate our minds to make us think of, oh, it's so-and-so who did this. But it may not even be on that level. It can be wicked ones planning and praying for your downfall. So you got to move wiser, brother. Show appreciation. Put your godhood on. Because it's a war outside. And we're in it. Our melanated selves are in it. We're the target, as Public Enemy said years ago. We're public enemy number one. You black man. You black woman. Public enemy number one. And you need to walk like you know that. Ain't no game. Playtime been over. So niggas better get sober minded. be about your money, your loot, your grind, but you be about your life more than any of that all the time, because your life is the most precious asset that you can ever have, because you can lose everything, young Dolph, and get it back. But if you lose your life, you can't get that back, brother. This ain't no time to be no Rambo or no hero or no tough guy. It's savages out here with no remorse for human life, and they're looking for victims. You have success going your way. You have made it out of the hood. You are a hero to ghetto kids worldwide. From Cali to Africa, my brother. You a leader. You need to walk like that. You cannot walk as though you don't understand how precious your life is. So, young Dolph, by the grace of God, you will make it, my brother. I pray. I pray for you, my brother. And I didn't get a chance to meet you when you was right here in my city. You was doing the show. I didn't go to it. I should have went. I didn't go to it for various reasons. My wife at the time was pregnant with my child. Okay. And I decided to just, you know, not go, and hey, I'll see him next time. And now I feel bad because I didn't meet the brother. I didn't go to the concert. Now, ironically, I did see you in Macy's, but damn, as soon as you came out the door, you had to go right back in. So I didn't even get a chance to shake your hand or tell you, man, keep up the great work. So I'm letting you know now, brother, I appreciate you. I appreciate your struggle. You're a success. You came from nothing. You're going into something. And so all we can all do right now is just sit back and wait and let God do his business. And I know you're a warrior. I know you're strong. So we're not even dealing with that. It's just now out of our hands, because we are powerless over life when it comes to this type of level. We got to put our hands in doctors' hands, our lives in doctors' hands, rather. And then after the doctors touch us up, we got to put our lives in the Most High hand, because he's the sole controller of the universe. So, young brothers out there, let's learn from this. It's nothing to brag about being in shootouts and damn near being killed. It's nothing to brag about. It's something to be humble about, thanking the Most High that you made it through the death wish. Because you got people that's wishing for your death. And for you to have a table in the midst of your enemies, to be able to eat in the midst of your enemies, is a blessing. So even though you have a death wish and people praying and praying for your downfall, you are eating in the midst of your enemies, young Dolph. That's something to be celebrated. That's something to be thankful for. That's something to be humble for. Don't poke the people. Work for the people. Work for the people. Your brothers who's still in the community, who may be living a certain lifestyle, all we can do is pray for them, young Dolph. You made it out of that. So now all you can do is pray for those brothers who's still in that. Help them out when you can, but it's nothing you can do but pray and give them a good word and show them that you made it and they can make it also. But we don't want to give them any false illusions as though getting shot is anything cool, because it ain't nothing cool about being shot. It's nothing cool about damn near losing your life. So young Dolph, by the grace of God, once you make it through, please give a message to the young kids, the young youth, letting them know that life is serious and it's more to life than money, hoes, and clothes. Life is to be protected. Family, your sisters, your cousins, your mama, your uncles, family. So I just saw the news and I had to say something on it. I'm gonna go ahead and tip up a little bit of this tippy for my brother. I'm not pouring nothing out. I'm gonna tip it. I'm gonna sip this because my brother's still here. We ain't pouring out no alcohol for young Dolph because young Dolph is still here. And if we all unify in prayer, maybe the brother can make it, because right now, according to the news, young Dolph is in critical condition.
Police tell us that young Dolph remains in critical condition and was last undergoing surgery. As for what may have led this shooting, police tell us that they believe it was some sort of rivalry between the victim and another rap artist. Now, take a look. And police tell us that young Dolph remains in critical condition and was last undergoing surgery. As for what may have led to this shooting, police tell us that they believe it was some sort of rivalry between the victim and another rap artist. Now, take a look what's happening behind me. This is just outside the Hollywood and Highland Center. Streets are still blocked off here for a couple of blocks around the center, and they expect to keep this area shut down for at least another 45 minutes. That's what's happening live in Hollywood. I'm Stephanie Stanton. We'll send it back to you guys.
They was hella quick to talk about a rivalry between another rapper. You see how they do that shit? That's mainstream media throwing that out there. That's foul, man. They don't know who the fuck this is, but they gonna just throw it on the brother so quick. Oh man, it's a rap rivalry. They trying to start some stuff, y'all, some shit. Don't y'all fall for it. Don't go to sleep. Because it doesn't have to necessarily be that. I know y'all gonna go crazy and have all your little conspiracy theories and say this and say that, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that. Like I said, it can be executives, wicked ones, who are trying to eat off of the catalog of this brother, knowing that he's worth more dead to them than alive, because they want a nigga silence. They don't want you there dictating to them how your shit moves. They want to be able to dictate to you how your shit moves. And since you're an independent soul, they'd rather have your ass out the way. Because I know you got hundreds of songs that's unreleased. And they want to get their dirty fucking stinky hands on your catalog, so that they can go ahead and buy their nice mansions and big homes. And then we will be left without you, never seeing your true talent going to the next level. We don't want to lose you, young Dolph. So please, my brother, put on the full armor of God. The full armor of God. Not just a vest. Not just a bulletproof car. Put on the full armor of God, young Dolph. Peace, brother. And by the grace of God, you will make it through. We got love for you, family.